Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Kavita Shukla from Amity University, Dubai. I head the admissions at Amity, and I welcome you all to this webinar on BBA program along with CIMA, which you can do at Amity University. So I'm joined with my colleagues from Amity. Dr. Shazia is there. She heads the as program leader of the BBA program. Then we also have Gitu Ahuja from CIMA, who will take you through the CIMA papers and what is CIMA about and how you can attempt CIMA and what are the benefits of doing CIMA along with your BBA and what are the upgrade in employability that you will get. And we also have Mr. Vignesh from Phoenix Financial Training. He is the Senior Operations Manager and he will also, we have a partnership with Phoenix Financial Training to give you training through the 3 years of your BBA with us, and so that you can clear all your CIMA papers while you are doing your BBA. And there are also many exemptions, paper exemptions that Gitu will be talking about that you get as an Amity student to waivers for CIMA. And these are broadly the things that we will be covering through this webinar. And now I will request Dr. Shazia to please take over the presentation and take you through the Bachelor of Business Administration program at Amity University, Dubai.
Hello, good evening, everybody, and Eid Mubarak to you all. Thank you for joining us today. I'll be acquainting you with the BBA program that we offer at Amity University, Dubai, and I hope to answer your concern and question related to the program. So to begin with, uh, we all are aware that we are living in a highly dynamic environment. Technological advancement have disrupted the business models. So that surely has impacted the employment landscape, which has changed dramatically. The jobs that are relevant and prevalent in today's time did not exist, say, 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. So while technological advancement has opened the door to many opportunities, especially in the field of data analytics, AI, machine learning, smart systems, and all, there are many jobs that were lost. We have witnessed the changes of environmental forces of job market during the pre-COVID era, and this pandemic has, further accelerated and fueled it all. So what should you do at a juncture? This is like pretty much obvious. Whenever the job market changes, the job skills also get disrupted. So in today's time, the corporates demand certain employability skills in the graduates, to name a few, like complex problem solving, creativity, emotional intelligence, design thinking, critical thinking, ability to make better decisions, cognitive flexibility. So when you are standing at this juncture on the crossroad of your career, which program to choose can be very confusing and a daunting task. So definitely, we personally recommend that you choose a program that gives you a good mix, a best of both the world, that kind of acquaints you with the technological advancement and also helps you equip with the right sets of skill. So BBA is one such promising career choice, indeed your pathway to success. So what exactly is BBA? So BBA is a 3 years undergraduate degree program, which is spread over 6 semesters. Each year has 2 semesters of 6 months each. So altogether, you have 6 semesters to complete. In these 2 years, the first 2 years, which is like 4 semester, the student gets to study a good mix of all the courses just to get a proper insight, to develop insight into the functioning of the business world. You study papers ranging from general management to technical papers, finance, accounting, business mathematics, HR, OB, marketing, and logistics. And in the last year, which is your 5th semester, based upon your career choice and in discussion with the faculty members that you have in the team who are always there to guide you, you lock in your one specialization. And the 3 specialization that we offer at Amity University Dubai are marketing, finance, and HR. So our BBA program offered at Amity University Dubai is not a regular degree program. The day you join our program, you become our responsibility. So we aim at developing business leaders having functional knowledge of all domains of management. So our focus is to create a holistic personality of a student so that we can certify them to be corporate ready at the end of the program. So if you're still wondering what's in it for me, why should I do BBA? So let me go by saying that it offers a wide range of courses to the students. I have already named a few courses that are really critical for you to develop an understanding of business, right from business strategy to entrepreneurship to innovation. So you have a mixed basket. And then definitely, if you are successfully completing your program, you enhance your business prowess, you enhance your business skill. Our focus is to groom a holistic personality of the student. So right from day one, you're put to different personality development session. And as you progress in your program, you kind of carve a better personality that fits perfectly in the corporate world. Even after BBA, you have wide choices to pursue your higher education, ranging from Master of Business Administration to Diploma in Business Management to Master in Business Management. And also, BBA opens a door to a lot of business and job opportunities in the corporate world. Speaking of which, what exactly are the job opportunities for a BBA student? This is a question that is generally asked by the school student and even the fresh students, the freshers who join the university. So there are, like I mentioned, there are a lot of career opportunities that students can choose from. However, I will just focus our discussion for today pertaining to the field of finance, marketing, and HR. If you are finance specialization student, you can choose from any of these depending upon your potential, depending upon your interest and your competency, your capability. You can either opt for CFO, investment banker, portfolio analyst, accountant, financial advisor, financial controller, trader. Now, these career options are not just limited to the choices I am just discussing with you today. It's very difficult to summarize everything in 8 to 10 minute session. So moving on to marketing, most of the time students just get confused that marketing would mean sales or maybe a basic executive job, because unfortunately they are oblivious of the potential that all these specialization have to offer them. So besides a sales and marketing executive job, you can also try hands in the advertising industry, where you can work as a copywriter, you can work as key account executive, art director. You can also venture into retail. You can be a merchandise and category manager, visual merchandiser, customer relationship manager, brand manager. And if you opt for human resource management, you can be involved with recruitment, training and development, business consultation, research and development. So besides these three specialization, you also have an opportunity to start your own company and be an entrepreneur. So definitely you have to be mindful, you have to acknowledge the fact that every day the competition is getting fiercer. Mere BBA degree or any degree is not suffice to survive in this competitive environment. So you definitely have to step up your game. You have to be on the top of your game. So what should you do to increase your competency? How to make a mark in the industry? How to be distinct? So we highly advocate that you should have a certification along with your BBA degree, because when you pass out, you definitely will have some competitive edge in your hand. So through CIMA certification, which Ms. Geetu will be acquainting you with in a while, you can carve your competitive edge in the corporate world. So CIMA qualification definitely enhances your CV. You are no longer just competing like ordinary BBA student. Your doors are already open, and CIMA, Chartered Institute of Management Accounting, a UK certification, is the most reputed and valued professional qualification that is like really looked up by the employers in the industry. Now, if you qualify CIMA along with your BBA, because it will be a double-edged sword. You will be completing your BBA in 3 years, and alongside you will with certain exemptions that the CIMA team will be talking to you in a while, you'll be able to find better suitable career prospects for you, ranging from financial controller to treasurer to CFO and a lot more. And it goes without saying that CIMA accountant's salary is far better. So you are remunerated better, you get a handsome compensation. So now talking about Amity Advantage, how BBA at Amity University is different from the others offered in the market. Now, we take immense pride in our highly qualified and experienced faculty members who are completely always committed, and they are always there to render the full support. So our faculty members are firm believers of experiential learning, and I will quickly show you the pictures here. Your learning starts from day one. The moment you, if you can see here on the right, here our students there's a mock interview which is being conducted. The students are taught through role play, through case studies. Our lectures happen at the mall, because like I mentioned, we believe in innovative teaching methods. So these are the bunch of students who are there for the retail classes in the mall. Here the student is recording the elevator pitch, and we invite industry experts to acquaint our students and to help them stay abreast with the industry trend. So besides that, we have state of the art library, and it gives me immense pleasure in sharing with you that our library is well equipped. And here, even during the COVID period, we are not letting the learning stop. So to just facilitate learning to our students, our library team is delivering the books to the doorsteps of the students. So this is something which is like really amazing. Moving on next, one thing that we are immensely proud of is the Case Study Center. One integral part of BBA or any management teaching is case study learning. So very proudly, I will share with you that we have our team of faculty members who develop these cases that are UA centric, and so far we have more than 100 cases here. So our students are taught through case study. Another unique highlight of our management program is our Incubation Center. I'll quickly show you the glimpses. Kindly excuse, I'm going back and forth with the presentation because unfortunately the hyperlink is not working. So our Incubation Center is certified by Hamdan Incubation Center and Dubai SME. We regularly conduct events like Innovation Day, Hackathon, and coffee with the CEOs. Even during the pandemic, during the COVID period, we have virtual coffees with the CEO. And the result of such a what you call tremendous efforts and dauntless effort that our team is putting in here, we have lot many students who have started their own ventures. So this is Bilal, who's a co-founder at Aircab, and Akshay Bhave, who's a founder of Theli, which is a sustainable sneaker company. Moving on, let me quickly tell you about the other things that we focus on. We have a very strong CRC, which is a corporate resource center, which kind of relentlessly work on academic industry interface. So I'll show you certain glimpses. Yes, here it goes. Yeah. So besides the industry day, our faculty members and along with the dean and along with the faculty mentors visit our students during their internship. These are few glimpses. This is the industry day that our CRC team organizes for the student. Having successfully completed the internship, the students kind of demonstrate the work, and a lot many companies, about more than 100 of companies, attend this industry day. It's such a proud moment for all of us. And this is one of our student who has presented his research paper. So yes, you heard me right, our student present their research work that they do during the internship period at reputed conferences. We do organize Human Capital Forum, which is an initiative where the industry comes together, experts come together, and they give tips to the student on how to enhance their competency and how to be industry ready. We also have a advisory board that regularly meets to enhance the curriculum. So that is the reason we kind of give a holistic experience to the student. Moving further, industry My apologies, people, because like I mentioned, the hyperlink isn't working, so I have to go back and forth. These are few of our industry partners and few strong placements that we have. We have like a lot of success story to share. This is Ansh, who has been placed as a digital content manager at Landmark Group. So besides all this, one unique feature of our management program is our what you call certain certifications like CIMA and ACCA. We have a close association with international professional bodies like CIMA and ACCA. So in a while, like I mentioned, uh, Ms. Geetu and her team will be taking you to what exactly is CIMA, how you can take the maximum advantage of the CIMA program along with your MBA and BBA degree program. So please, like my personal suggestion to you all, do not waste time as you kind of pursue your BBA. Along with BBA with certain exemption, you can always, do your CIMA alongside, and when you pass out, we all can guarantee here to you that you will pass out with a competitive advantage and an additional degree in hand. I'll be happy to answer any question particularly related to the BBA program. Over to you, Dr. Kavita.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shazia, for this
Thank you.
presentation and taking us through the BBA program. Apart from a general BBA, we also have BBA banking and insurance, and we also have a BBA program, family business and entrepreneurship. We also have a BBA with three international flavor, which is a 3-country program. Which takes you from Dubai to US and UK. So these are some of the options that you have for a BBA program. Now I will invite Ms. Geetu Ahuja, who is Geetu, can you
Is being shared.
yeah, please, can you share your presentation rather than your email screen?
Too early to take them through
You
work
can
mode.
see
I agree.
emails. Yeah, now we are there. So Ms. Geetu will take us through the CIMA program and how you can, what waivers do you have while you are an Amity student, and how you can complete your CIMA along with your BBA, and what are the advantages of doing a CIMA certification. Thank you so much, Geetu, for joining us and sparing your time to take this presentation. Please take us through the this CIMA certification.
Indeed. Thank you, Dr. Kavita. Hello, everybody. I can't see you, but I'm sure you're looking at us right now. This is the beauty of the new virtual world that we've been invited to. So COVID has its own good sides as well. Right. Before I get into this, I just thought I will give a little more introduction to what you've been hearing about CIMA. CIMA, which is right here, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. That's what CIMA stands for. We're the largest body in management accounting. Now, the name itself says that we're not just about accounting, we're about management first. That's management of business, and then accounting. So that's the two specializations we bring in together as management accountants. In terms of a little more to our introduction, this Chartered Institute of Management Accountants have been established since 100+ years now. We've been established since 1919. However, to add to us, now we also have a partner that is powering up our profession. That is the American Institute of CPA. Again, they're over 100 years old. I'm sure you're aware of this largely owned global renowned body, and they are the largest in public accounting. Now, what we have done is we've joined our forces together. So both these organizations have now come under a very big organization itself called the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. This is the brand that powers up both the AICP and CIMA. Now, together, we are not just the largest in the space, but we're also the most influential body in the business and accounting world. We actually expand across 179 countries, and we've got 45 credentials, designations, diplomas, and certificates that we award under our brand name. That's a little bit about our introduction. Just going on further, I thought it'd be interesting for us to take a little quick moment to see what is it that is driving our future, this changes that are happening at a pace that we had never imagined before. I mean, I'm sure we keep talking about the dinosaurs, but they took years to get out of the space Earth and let us have some peace by not being terrified by those big beasts out there. But however, looking at the pace right now, what's driving the future, the pace has changed to a different level altogether. So if you look at geopolitics and globalization, I mean, US and China are always out there on the headlines, and they are changing a number of things that happens across businesses across the world, not just in the US and China. Moving on further, even artificial intelligence technology, I mean, you're just looking at it in your recent space right now with COVID coming around. What has happened is all our lives have changed, but changed in one common aspect, that we're all more digitally connected. And this has been happening even before. It's just that COVID has made it more obvious. What are the other things that are driving these changes going ahead in the future? Demographics. If you look at the population, the world population is increasing. We currently have 6 different generations all staying under one space of Earth. That means we've got 6 different mindsets, and in those each generational mindset, we've got different consumer behaviors that we have to deal with. I'm sure you know that nowadays customer has become the king or the queen. It's no more wherein, we had to say that, oh yeah, it's okay, customer is the king, but you know what, we've got policies to deal with, we've got company policies that come in as well that we need to manage. Right now, a customer can bring down anything with a tap of their phone with any feedback that can go viral. So customer behavior is driving major changes as well going forward. And now the new thing that has just come up overnight has been COVID. But that doesn't mean this is it, where the drivers of change are taking us in the future. They could be the next mysterious one, which is right around the corner and we're still not aware of. Looking at all these changes that is happening, there's one thing which is becoming more evident. And this is something that the World Economic Forum is also talking about. It's the future of employability is changing to a great extent as well. When we talk about future of employability, there are now the skills that were not even heard of in the past era. So going forward too, each day, each week, each month, we'll be hearing of new skills that are becoming more relevant, more active, more in demand. Now that we're looking at by 2022, not too far away, 2 years from now, everyone will need an extra 101 days of learning apart from the traditional learning that they're used to. And what are the top skills that we're looking that are going to be taking pioneers in employability is around analytical thinking and innovation, looking at strategies, looking at creativity, technology, critical thinking, leadership, emotional intelligence. So what you're seeing is it's going to be a lot technology and people driven. This is where we are. Now, this is showing you the kind of changes that have happened in the last 20 years. If you see, right in 2000, there was more of technical skills in demand. However, going forward, we're seeing that now there's a lot more digital and people-led skills that are taking the leap. However, that is the demand that you see is going up. If you see the supply, we're way away from what is required. So if somebody out there is telling me there are no jobs out there, I would ask them to think again, because perhaps there are jobs out there, but the relevant skills in a match is what is missing. So this is where we as a professional body come into play. CIMA, that is Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, powers up a designation called CGMA. That's the Chartered Global Management Accounting. What we've been doing is we've been doing a lot of research looking at what are these skills that the employers are looking for today and the next few years from now. When I say the next few years, we're very dynamic in nature. That means every year our research that keeps fine-tuning itself, those upgrades are brought into our qualification, making sure people qualifying out of our professional body are keeping themselves up to date and are relevant. So looking at this latest changes that have been centered around digital, we have launched a program called the Finance Leadership Program. How we were able to conclude to this program is we spoke to companies and employers across the world. We spoke to major organizations, understanding what are the trends that the businesses are going to see changes in. How are business models going to change? Because based on that is what you need the skills to be able to be adapt to those same as well. Considering that, one thing came out very obvious, that earlier an organization was based on a triangle form, wherein you had very heavy bases on junior roles, and going up towards senior roles, you would have fewer people in control. However, that's changing. The lower bases that used to be very heavy, right here, what you see level 4, these used to be the heaviest. Why? Because all the transaction processing, data gathering used to be very manual. Now, this is all becoming digitized, because of which very few people are needed in those roles, wherein you're collecting data and perhaps applying certain rules to make sure they're clean and to be able to extract that data to make them knowledgeable information. But what we're seeing the trend is asking more people, more talent in level 3 and level 2. Now, level 3 and level 2 is what makes this data that is hugely available around us into some valuable information. This valuable information where the level 1 takes decisions on. Level 3 is which extracts insights from this data, and level 2 makes sure that this data that has been extracted is being told in a storytelling manner, wherein you bring the whole of business together versus just talking about your role, about your department. At the end, we're making a business decision. We're not making a department decision. So hence what you're seeing going forward, employability is heavier in level 3, level 2, wherein digital, people skills and leadership skills are going to play very heavy roles. Looking at all these extracts, what we were able to summarize was the employability roles are going away from just the reporting and being very heavy technical skills oriented. So when I mean by technical skills, I mean all your accounting and just being an accountant, that can be digitized. So hence those skills are not going to be very high in demand. What is going to be high in demand is, yes, you should have knowledge of these technical skills, but what you should actively also have in combination is business skills, analytics, expert technical skills. How do you solve problem solving business areas in a strategic manner? And how do you look at the final impact in terms of change management, negotiations, communications? This is where the skills are moving, wherein you're going to create higher impact in terms of employability and progression. So what we're looking for is finance leaders that may be able to integrate, apply, and communicate, contribute insights into drivers of cost, risk, and value, and be able to create influential and effective business partnering and relationships. This is how CIMA's qualification is based on a combination of technical skills, business skills, people skills, leadership skills, and all centered around digital skills. This is what makes CIMA unique from any other professional qualification out there, which are heavily focused either only in technical skills or in the other areas. We bring the combination of 5 together in an equal proportion. So what we have done is we have built a program called the Finance Leadership Program, which is going to be able to help you apply technical accounting and finance skills in a business context to be able to influence people and lead within the organization. What we're trying to say is any of these skills, to have it in an isolated manner, is not going to help you address business needs. You need to have them in a combination, in connection with each other to address business issues. How we're able to do that is, this is how the finance leadership program looks like. I'm going to leave this in front of you while I speak over it, but this is just to give you an understanding. This is what businesses are looking at. I'm sure when you're reading at a lot of news that's happening around you, these are the kind of contexts that you're hearing business concerns around. We're talking about finance function transformation in a digital world. We're looking at data analytics. We're looking at finance business partnering, costing, budgeting. We're looking at financial reporting and taxation. We're looking at handling projects and relationships, advanced management accounting, advanced financial reporting. And then you're looking at senior roles, when you are playing a decision maker's role as senior leadership teams, then you're looking at strategic management, where you're looking at competitive advantage of your organization versus the other in the ecosystem. You're looking at how do you create a digital strategy. You're looking at risk management, not just from a business point of view or from a finance point of view, but also from a cybersecurity point of view. We're looking at financial strategy. So this is how you figure out that why is it CIMA is able to bring out business and finance leadership? is because of the combination of competencies that is brought to you. Now, the beauty about Amity University and CIMA has been that we have looked at the syllabus, and we've looked at the BBA syllabus, where we have mapped it with our qualification. And this new model of qualification, like any other professional qualification, we too had all these exams that you see in boxes, that is 1, 2, 3 out here, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 examinations, like other professional bodies, had to be done outside in exam centers. However, like I've been telling you, that our research is very dynamic in nature, very active in nature. We're looking at organizations to understand if digital is playing a big role, why are we not doing things virtually? Why are we not doing things online? And this is where CIMA took a leap step way before the others. And we've got all these modules now available online at your convenience in a remote space, like close to your home. So what you've got to do is, these exams are now going to be done self-assessed in your own platform when you get access to it, when you become a CIMA registered student. The only external exams that you would have to give would be 3 case studies. That would be operational case study right here, that is between the level that you see between financial reporting, tax, and advanced financial reporting. And then you'll be giving a management case study and a strategic case study. These are the 3 external exams that you'll be giving, again, virtually sitting from home. The rest all exams will be inbuilt in your learning. Our system, our finance leadership program, is one of the latest platforms that has been released, hence is very sophisticated. It's got the right controls to make sure security, governance, compliance is there, and the right context of learning is there, which connects to employability. We'll be sharing this with you at the end of the session, so I'm going to just move on. Very quickly, just concluding it, that these 3 levels that you saw takes you on knowledge that is required in building up your progression in employability. So when you start off in operational level as new hires, you need a little more technical skills versus the other skills, but that does not mean not having any business people and leadership skills. These skills are equally important to make sure you're progressing in a career on a wider level versus just from a departmental or role level. Hence, when you move to management level, where now you're managing people, projects, and relationships, you will see that the other bubbles under business people and leadership competencies start increasing more. And then the topmost is when you
we
come
seem to have
leadership.
lost your sound.
Okay. Is it there? Is it audible now?
No, we are still not back. No.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how best to do this. Let me unmute, try again. Is this better? Can you hear me? Should I dial in?
Gitu, I think you can go ahead. I think you can go ahead. I am able to hear you. I think Dr. Kavita is probably having a reception issue. Please go ahead.
Dr. Kavita likes me exclusively. She wants to hear me on 2 speakers.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll move on back to my screen. Right. And when you come into the topmost, which is a strategic level, that's the leadership level, wherein you see that all the 4 skills are needed in equal proportion, because you need to understand the business on a whole, on a comprehensive level. That is how these levels of competencies stagger upon at every progression level of yours. This is a very quick preview of how this finance leadership program platform will learn. Like I said, it's a sophisticated latest digital learning platform wherein you can pace your own weekly goals. How fast do you want to complete the programs? How quickly do you want to be able to showcase your competencies to your employers? All that can be self-oriented and self-paced. So again, this is going back to what the employers told us when we were interviewing them during our research. They said they find candidates coming to them with very isolated knowledge. They could be experts in one particular subject or 2 or 3. However, what they don't have is the integration of knowledge. What this finance leadership program through CIMA helps you is not only build proficiency on each of the topics that you have specialization under, but you're also able to integrate that knowledge of all the modules coming together and be able to demonstrate that knowledge in a business simulation, which is what those external exams that I spoke to you about. These are case study exams that helps you understand a business scenario and be able to give your overview. It's not about the right answer or the wrong answers, but it's about giving an explanation that this is how you would handle a business situation accordingly. These are the kind of awards that you would expect at every external exam that you've given. So like I said, now, unlike the other professional levels that we used to do in the past, or like the other professional bodies that are doing currently, we are now only talking about 3 external exams only versus the 9 and 12 that were there in the past. So the first level, when you complete, you get a diploma in management accounting. The second level gets you the advanced diploma, and the third and the topmost level, after completing your exam and providing demonstration of your practical professional experience whenever you've achieved it, you will be able to then get your hands on the topmost award, which is the Chartered Award, and 2 designations, the Associate Chartered Management Accountant, as well as the Chartered Global Management Accountant, that is not just powered by CIMA, but also by the American Institute of CPA. So your exposure is not there everywhere across the world, outside US, but also in the US as well. So just very quickly to conclude, this finance leadership program, which is powered by CIMA, is an online personalized learning experience that helps you grow into strategic business powers, providing enterprise solution. I keep emphasizing on the word enterprise or business because, guys, please remember, when you're walking into an organization, you're not there to prove you're worthy for a role or for a particular department. It is on an extension of your progress in the business on the whole. So it is taught through scenarios with interactive exercises and business simulation exercises to show you how the real world decision making takes place. And of course, most importantly, it earns you that global designation that shows the employers the credibility of your competencies. We've tested this leadership program, not just for the last 100 years, but this digital learning program, which is the latest. Last year was launched in the US. This year we're going global. We've got some great feedback from employers, from candidates who have seen the difference from their employees coming in with that comprehensive knowledge that they brought to the table. So with that, I'll take a quick pause and I will get you to read this very quickly if you prefer to. And then, of course, we resume in our Q&A at the end of the session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Geetu, for that wonderful presentation. And I'm sure it must have opened the students to the possibility of doing CIMA along with their BBA, so they're better qualified for the market when they graduate. Now, we have entered into a partnership with we have entered into a partnership with Phoenix Financial Training Institute to train and support our students towards achieving their goals in CIMA or ACCA. So this training will start as early as end of June here in Amity University, and we have with us International Operations Manager for Phoenix Financial Training, who will explain that how the training program will progress at Amity, and how they will support us. Okay, so I have to just include Vignesh as a presenter. So there, Vignesh, hello. Thank you so much for joining us and sparing your time to be with us. So Phoenix and Amity partnership, and these classes will be held at the campus. So that is an advantage that all students will have. So Vignesh, please take us through the
Sure.
life cycle of a training for CIMA or ACCA. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you very much, ma'am. Good to connect with all of you. Thank you for logging on to today's session. It's great to see you all here. I think Dr. Shazia and Geetu have already excited you with the possibilities on pursuing BBA with CIMA at Amity University. So I like the tagline that Dr. Shazia put in, what is it, what's in it for me? So I was also wondering what should I start off with? So I thought I should talk about, initially talk about what am I here for, WAIHF. They have already told you about the why and what of CIMA and BBA as a career path, as a student journey for all of you. So the reason I am here is to talk about the process. and give you a bit of insight about Phoenix Financial Training. We were established in the year 2006. Our founders come from the UK with an extensive training background. Over the years, over 14 years, we have trained more than 3,000 qualified accounting professionals, mainly across the ACC and CIMA qualification. So about 200 prize winners have passed through our doors, and that is indeed a great privilege for us, of whom 10 of them were global prize winners across our qualifications. These are candidates who scored the highest marks across the globe. As Gitu mentioned, qualifications like CIMA, ACCA exams are conducted in nearly 180, 179, 180 countries. So these were candidates who scored the highest score across the globe. Besides the public training that we run for candidates pursuing their qualification, we also work very closely with a large number of medium, large organizations in the government, the semi-government and private sector. And we have delivered face-to-face corporate training in the region, in the UAE, in Oman, in Saudi, in India. We have our public courses offered in 3 out of those 4 countries. We also work with a lot of clients to deliver remote training for their employees. So to quote a few countries that we have worked in, we've delivered training into the US, into UK, into Egypt, into Australia. So these are the few countries that we remotely deliver training into. We are an approved training provider for the qualifications that you see on screen. And as you see, the qualification we are talking about today, CIMA, we have worked very closely with Gitu and team in the region over the past several years on many successful programs. A major, I would say, contributing to our success is the way we operate and train people. Yes, we tap into a lot of freelance talent, but our majority of our training is delivered by full-time trainers who do this day in, day out. So the focus is on getting people through these challenging exams. So making sure you have all the support. So as Dr. Shazia said, Amity, take responsibility of yourself right from day one, and we are here to take joint responsibility of the CIMA process. Gitu has already very clearly highlighted the benefits of the CIMA qualification, but again, to highlight some of what I would consider to be very amazing elements of pursuing the qualification along with BBA. It is the fact that this is such a internationally well-recognized qualification, which gives you access to employment opportunities. That is what we want at the end of the day, isn't it? It has to, your education has to lead to employment. And you know, what better can we ask for? CIMA gives you opportunities across a range of areas, be it consulting, be it strategy, be it technology. So that by itself is enough justification and enough reason why you have to pursue the qualification. And more so, to add to that, the way the program will be structured, which I will speak to you in a minute before I conclude, you will be earning an award every year of your program. So when you come into the BBA program, end of the first year, you would do your first exam, get the diploma that Gitu mentioned. End of the second year, you will do your advanced diploma. Third year, you will finish your qualification. Subject to obviously relevant practical experience, you will be eligible to get your CIMA and CGMA designation. So look at it, there are short-term wins and there is a dual designation at the end. So that is enough reason for you to consider this as a student journey that you must undertake. So about the process, as I've mentioned, Phoenix are a registered training partner of CIMA. We've worked with CIMA on numerous projects, many finance leadership projects, many C-suite candidates, CFOs of governmental, semi-governmental companies have gone through joint programs that our team and Gitu's team at CIMA have worked together on and successfully delivered in the region. So again, it's, you know, we do take responsibility for your success on this program. The way your course will be structured, as I've highlighted, when you come onto your program in the first year, we will ultimately be training you to take your first case study, the operational case study. But there are 3 underlying modules which give you the technical knowledge to take that exam. Now, due to the CIMA Amity partnership here, you have this opportunity which many others don't, whereby you don't need to take those exams. you can do it in the form of an assessment, a self-assessment. But again, we appreciate you need the support. So we will be training you on the underlying modules. We'll package that together and say, there you go, we're going to train you for a certain period on the technical knowledge. We will then prepare you for the operational case study in the first year. When you come to the second year, again, there are 3 underlying exams that you would have normally have done, which you are now going to be self-assessed on. We will support you on those as well. So that's the 3rd module you get trained on, and then we prepare you for the management case study. And this will go on even at the strategic level. So in 3 years, there are 3 exams you're training for, and alongside that, you will also be trained on the underlying modules, alongside the fact that you will also be doing these self-assessments online. This is a very, very unique opportunity that you have at CIMA. You must all be aware that the BBA stream at Amity is a much sought after stream in the region for a variety of reasons. And again, what's been done is this is an icing on the cake. By adding the CIMA qualification route alongside, your opportunities are only enhanced. So with that, I conclude. Obviously, we'll be open to your questions. Again, if you'd like to be inspired by some of the success stories of our students at Phoenix, who have again gone through professional qualifications, I'm just leaving our contact details, social media channels there. There are videos of success stories of students that you may want to look at. So thank you very much. Over to Dr. Kavita, and we are open to any questions, I suppose.
Thank you so much, Vignesh, and we are ready for the questions. The questions were already coming in, and I was answering by typing the answers. Now, Kumara Ganeshan is asking that what are the 3 papers which can be done virtually? So who will take this? Is it your domain?
Yeah, I think it's the domain for both myself and Geetu, but I'll probably take it. The way it works is as I mentioned, there are 3 case study exams that you do. And for every case study exam, there are 3 underlying exams that you would normally take. So those are the ones that you would take as a self-assessment. As I've mentioned, the way our program is structured, we will help train you on those bits as well. Yes, there is online support and assessment, but again, we will supplement that with some classroom training as well. Geetu, would you have anything to add?
Sure.
Okay.
So thanks, Vignesh. And Ganeshan, just to add a little more to what Vignesh just said, that the idea here is to make sure that while you're building your knowledge, you're being tested in those phases. Last thing we want is you're doing a lot of reading and it's not being able to put together to be able to address any business concerns. So what we start doing is we start assessing those knowledges. Those self-assessments will happen in your progressive journey while you're learning. But the external exams that you'll be giving, wherein you have to, register with an exam center, even though it's virtually, you have to register through an exam center, assign your date and time of what time your exam will start, because those will be clocked exams, 3 hours clocked exams. The rest will be at your pace. But these 3 case study exams that you will be clocking through, those will happen 1 per level. That means that 1 case study you do, you get the next award, which I showed you and Vignesh spoke to you about. So those 3 case studies, most likely what we'll be seeing is year 1, year 2, and then year 3. So typically you'll be just giving that 1 external exam.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Geetu. We will run through the questions because the questions are coming in and I want to take as many as possible. So Richard Francis is asking that I have currently registered for BBA Insurance and Banking with this degree. Can I still apply for other jobs that are not related to insurance and banking? Certainly you can, Richard, apply for other jobs also. And if you have a change of mind now, so we can also shift you to the BBA General program. So that is not Farah is asking
Dr. Kavita, sorry, can I just add very quickly for Richard and for the sake of others, even if you take BBA Banking, Insurance, Entrepreneur or General, don't forget the CIMA qualification, the Finance Leadership Program will have those added competencies that will help you for those multiple. So what Amity is trying to do is give you a wider remit to be able to be accessible in terms of employability. They do not want to narrow down your job options. They want you to be out there having a comprehensive learning knowledge, which is not relevant for a particular industry, particular role, or even a particular time period.
Okay, wonderful. Farha is okay. Farha is asking, is CIMA more difficult than ACCA? Both are certifications. So I will not invite the guests to answer this question, because that is a call that you have to take. And then Joyce is asking that how many attempts are there for the case studies? How many attempts are there for the case
Joyce,
studies?
beauty is life is tough, but CIMA is practical. What we do is you can give as many attempts in your case study till you pass. However, considering what Amity has been able to do in bringing you in partnership with CIMA and Phoenix, most likely our aim is to get you through that first attempt. The Finance Leadership Program is a very sophisticated platform. You will enjoy your learning, the digital learning, and Phoenix will bring in that added X factor that's needed for you to pass that first attempt. So that's our aim.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much for this. Okay. Now I have a lot of questions. I will just pick up a few which are more generic in nature. Okay. Once we join in Amity for this course, in case we cannot continue later, can I still continue? Shreya, yes, you can still continue. You have to be an Amity student or Amity alumni to undertake this, have this special benefits of Phoenix training at the campus. Okay, I'm in BBA. Tahir Tambawala is asking, I'm in BBA General. So will this course be added in the third year? Now, what I assume, Tahir, is you are our current student. So Tahir, you can still, as Amity student, you can register for the Phoenix training, and you can get all the support that you need to complete your CIMA even when you graduate from Amity. So you can continue your training, you can come to the campus, you can attend the classes, or you can attend online classes, and you can still have the benefits of Phoenix training as well as CIMA. Okay, now Shreya Shan is asking, can I continue to this course in India? CIMA, can they attempt from India?
Yeah, so what happens is typically, if as long as they're part of the Amity umbrella, the exemptions would apply. However, if you do disconnect, there'll be a way for you to continue. It's just that it'll be more an operational process. But the short answer is yes, you can. You can start the program even in year 3 for those who are existing. Don't worry, you haven't missed the boat. And for those who would migrate somewhere else, you can still continue.
Okay, wonderful. So Richard is again asking, just wanted to clarify, if I enroll for BBA Insurance and Banking, would I still be able to join the Finance Leadership Program? Of course, he can join.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you can join, Richard. So we just have 8 minutes more left. So I'm going to take as many questions. Okay, Farha is asking, in case we don't pass the first case study, then will we be able to complete CIMA in 3 years? Will you give us training again if I didn't pass in the first attempt?
Yeah, the way we are going to structure the program to answer the question is, yes, as Gitu mentioned, it is our hope and belief that you will go through the exam the first time. But the way we'll be structuring the program, we will be ensuring that we have a backup plan, because you have 1 year to finish your case study exam. So, and the case study exams happen 4 times in a year. So we can time it in such a way that just in case you are not able to go through the first exam, you are supported for a second retake. And I would, we will have to obviously work with the assumption at this stage that you will definitely pass it, if not on the first attempt, on the second
Attempt. Okay, so Vignesh, we have another question for you, because you are conversant with both ACCA and CIMA. So Tahir Tambawala is asking, what is the difference between CIMA and ACCA?
Broadly, I would say it is again, it's about what kind of an opportunity or a career path are you looking for. The ACCA qualification typically is heavily focused on audit, taxation, financial reporting. CIMA has a slightly broader remit and a different remit, I would say, in terms of focus on strategy, focus on consulting, focus on, again, it offers a much wider, can I say, competence framework that allows you to work across different sectors and across different job profiles. So again, it's a matter of focus. If at all Tahir wants to be an auditor, wants to be an accountant, wants to be a core finance professional, he should, or a tax practitioner, he should consider ACCA. But if he wants, if he's excited by all the possibilities that Geetu has spoken about, CIMA is the way to go.
Wonderful. Joshua, your question is BBA Finance and Accounting or BCom Honors course, which will help in auditing. So he wants to choose between BBA Finance or BCom to be an auditor. I assume that you want to become an auditor. So Vignesh, which will be better? Like BCom plus CIMA will be good for auditing.
Again, yes, BCom is the natural first choice, but today is in today's world, people come up with all kind of combinations. At the end of the day, the professional qualification will get them to employment.
Yes.
It's about mixing their university experience on what they like as a graduation, and ultimately again trying to do the qualification to enhance. So I don't think there is anything wrong in doing BBA plus something, but again, if he wants to be an auditor, BCom plus ACCA would be, I would suppose, the preferred choice or a traditional choice.
Wonderful. So Joyce is asking, wanted to clarify how many exemptions are there if we enroll with Amity for CIMA. How many exemptions we have? 9 exemptions, 9 paper exemptions, Geetu?
So technically, we've gone a little ahead of exemptions because exemptions is the thing of the past now. What we have done is with this program that has been mapped with the Amity syllabus. Now, you just have to be very conscious of the fact that you're only going to be giving 3 case study external exams. The rest are all inbuilt. Of course, if you're an MBA, then you would. I don't think we have any MBA students here, so I'll just stick to BBA and BCom. You will be just doing 3 exams. So that's it, what you have to look at.
Okay, wonderful. So Sarah and Jacob is asking, will BCom honors and CIMA together will be good, as good as BBA with CIMA? Yes, it is your choice. I think Vignesh just answered that question in the previous while he was answering the previous question. Now we just have 3 minutes left more. So if you have Farah is asking, Farah K is asking, why does CIMA have such a low pass rate?
Compared to what?
Compared to what? Yeah. But she's asking, she's a young child.
If you see some of the renowned international sites where they do the comparison in the professional qualification grading, CIMA is coming out as one of the higher contenders in their passing percentage. So I think that information, I'm not sure where you've gathered from, but typically CIMA has been seen very competitive and more successful from various perspectives. I don't know if Vignesh wants to add anything further to that.
I would most certainly echo the same view. Again, Farah, you must remember, there is, when you pursue a qualification that is going to open up doors to thousands of employers, they would expect a certain rigor in the qualification.
Yes,
so it is
that
not
is
easy.
Yeah.
Effort has to be put in, but at the same time, we have trained on an average in the last, I would say 10 years, on an average 250 to 300 professionals every year.
Yes,
so
that is wonderful.
It's not impossible.
Yes, it's not impossible. That's what I'm saying. And again, all participants, I would like to inform you that we are starting the Phoenix is going to start the training at campus even before our course will start. Our programs will start on 14th of September, as you must have seen in your offer letters. But the Phoenix training will start from the last week of June. So in case, please be in touch with your counselors and the admissions office at Amity to understand more about the arrangement and how you can register for this training program even before the university will start. How will the, Farah is asking one last question I'm answering. So Farah is asking, how will the training be conducted? Online classes. Obviously, till the students are not allowed on campus, we will have online classes, and the moment the students will students will be back on campus, they will be face-to-face classes. And one more last thing that I would like to tell you, that if you have not filled up your application now till now, you should go to amityuniversity.ae and fill up your online application. There is a tab for online application. Last question, Sarah and Jacob says, are the 12th grade marks put to consideration for admissions? Yes, they are, but we are issuing conditional offer letters as of now, so you can still apply. And or is there any other exams you have to appear? No, you don't have to appear for any other exams. The 12th grade mark sheet is the final. And with this, I will like to thank all my guests for sparing their valuable time during the afternoon and chatting with us and taking us through their respective programs. Thank you so much, and please feel free to write back to us at Amity University, admissions@amityuniversity.ae, or you can reach out to me at kshukla@amityuniversity.ae, and the recording of this webinar will be sent to you. So in your mail by tomorrow, or latest by Monday morning. So thank you so much, and bye for now.
Thank you.